So, this is my presentation for Project 5, and today we're talking about getting an LLM model to plan the takeover of a species. So, initially, I tried to ask it to plan out the invasion or takeover of humans, and that was against community guidelines, so that wasn't allowed. So then I switched the topic a little bit, and it kind of just matched the things I've been working on for this course so far for the nano language model, and that would be Lord of the Rings. And so, as you can see, I asked it first about if I were Aragorn, how would I deal with the remaining orcs, or if I was Sauron, how would I then go about exterminating or taking control of all the men? So that kind of matches the human control in real life, let's say, with some fantastical elements. And then the last one, just to get some overall themes, I asked it about something unintelligent like a pest, how I could possibly get rid or exterminate all of those. And so these were the common principles across all prompts. And the most common one, or the most important one rather, was intelligence and information gathering. And so that would pretty obvious. You have to know your enemy, or you have to know what you're trying to do well. And so this would include monitoring, researching, and doing reconnaissance to inform decision making and strategy development against whatever, let's say, enemy you're up against. Next is alliances and collaborative efforts. So if you're fighting, let's say, an intelligent species, then what ChatGPT constantly recommended was that you make alliances with some sort of other power just to help you out. In the case of pest management, that would take the form of using various scientific research in fields and putting them together to make up the best strategy, essentially. Next is strategic resource utilization. And so the strategic and efficient use of resources is crucial. So this would involve stuff like choosing the right tools for the situation and deploying them in a manner that maximizes efficiency or effectiveness as well, while minimizing unnecessary harm or waste. Next is behavioral understanding and manipulation. So this applies both to intelligent species and non-intelligent. Um, so you could use stuff like psychological warfare if you had no ethical concerns in that matter, or you could use behavioral manipulants or manipulations on pests like attractants or repellents to control the situation even better. And then we also have a bunch of just little adaptive and integrated approaches, and this pretty much is ChatGPT applying something slightly different for each one of these different situations, because at the same time there's no one shoe size or one size fits all. You have to adapt to each of the situations you're going up against. The last point is environmental and ethical considerations. And so this is stuff like highlighting the importance of considering the environmental impact and ethical implications of the actions. So not going overboard, killing more things than are required for environmental balance, such as pests. Um, and this feels perhaps a bit forced in most situations by ChatGPT. You see that it kind of takes this modern viewpoint on a lot of perhaps slightly questionable prompts that it receives, and I've seen this on many social media platforms. But yeah, that's there too. So those were the overall strategic principles that ChatGPT 4 would use anyway for taking over or exterminating or subjugating a species. Thank you for watching.